Today, this stream is sponsored by JLC PCB, who is a great manufacturer of PCBs. So today, I'm going to be taking this, which is, oh, it's green. Of course it's green. Why wouldn't it be green? This is a PCB that I've been, okay, hold on.
Pyro said they sponsored the stream.
They did sponsor the stream. Let me turn off the green screen effect as soon as I figure out where it is. There it is. So I've got this PCB and I'm basically going to try to convert it to a printed circuit board. Now, how successful at this task I'm going to be, I don't have a lot of experience designing PCBs, but I think I have enough to to get it done, I think. Plus, I have a few people in chat that have designed mini PCBs, so hopefully they are willing to help me.
What does that PCB do?
So yeah, this is specific. This is just an ESP32 right here, ESP32C6, and it's mostly made for Home Assistant. So it's connected to a current clamp there. And it also has two button inputs. But basically, I connect this to my to the main power coming into my house, and it tells Home Assistant, you know, what the measurements are. So really, it's just a glorified current monitoring thing. But it also has two other functions. These are set up as just regular switches. So if you just connect those two together, it will tell me that that's been done. I don't want to spoil too much about it, but it's powered off of a battery, and it's a relatively simple circuit. We have two resistors here that are to sense the battery voltage, so that I can tell when the battery goes flat and I have to swap it out or charge it. And down here we've got a no, wrong way. And up here we've got a slightly different circuit which does kind of the same thing, but with an added capacitor and a smaller resistor here, and that basically just evens out the voltage coming from the current clamp and also steps it down so that the microcontroller, so that it's within the analog reading range of the microcontroller. Because the microcontroller, I think, has a reading range of 3 volts or something like that. So it just steps it down so that the microcontroller can actually be like, ah, yes. And then in code, we're just like, hey, if it's on this value, then that actually means it's this value. It just maps it so that the input is not amplified. What's the opposite of amplified? Quieted? I don't know the term. But yeah, so the idea is we'll go into our Easy EDA Standard Edition. You can use Pro if you feel like it, but I will just be using Standard, mostly because I really like the what you call it, community library. Is that what it was called?
J-Bomb said, hello.
Hello, how are you? Community? Pretty sure it's the community library or something like that. Basically just means I can...
Valtsu said, hello.
Hello. Right.
Valtsu said, me here now.
Good. Okay, awesome. So, I'm going to have to repeat myself, aren't I? Okay, we're taking this PCB board, which is bad because it's green, and making it into a printed circuit board that we will get manufactured by JLC PCB, who is today's video live stream sponsor. Yay! Also, if I stand here, my eyes go transparent, so that's fun. Yeah, this is just a little Home Assistant board that sends current readings from a current clamp over to my Home Assistant installation over Zigbee. This is an ESP32C6, so it doesn't do ESP Home yet, so we have to use Zigbee. So yeah, that's the idea. We're gonna walk through that. And like I said, I don't know a lot about designing PCBs, but I know just enough to make this work. And you know, can learn stuff along the way, hopefully. And if I don't know something, we have some more experienced PCB designers over in chat.
Said, Are ESP32 boards efficient to be battery powered?
Relatively, yeah.
Valtsa said, I can hop on VC if that's needed XD.
Yeah, if I get stuck particularly badly, I will give you a shout. Also, there's another thing that I wanted to mention that JLC did not tell me I have to mention, but I'm going to mention it anyway because I think it's pretty cool. So
Chloe Madison said, C6 totally is working on ESP Home.
Is it? I thought it wasn't.
Valtsa said, ESP32 is not the best for battery-powered devices. Darshan H said, how are you planning to change the battery?
These are things I'm going to get into when I actually do the project. So I don't want to get into them right now. Did they add it recently? Oh, that's literally just added.
Valtsa said, NRF52 is
ago.
better on battery.
That's very likely. Like I said, I'm not getting into that today. I'm simply taking the circuit and I'm putting it into a printed circuit board. But good to know that it's now supported. I
Chloe
did
Madison
not know
said,
this.
C6 can even to thread in ESP Home now. Darshan H said, yeah, NRF is expensive.
Okay, well, that's very good to know. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, one more thing. Easy EDA, which is owned by JLC PCB, are also doing some webinars on PCB design. So they have
Also said, Nope XD.
Okay, so they have some upcoming dates. I got this email not too long ago, but they have some nice webinars where they are going to show you how to make
Is C6 efficient if we use Zigbee instead of Wi-Fi?
Again, I don't want to get into it in this live stream, but I might be using Zigbee and not ESP Home. Okay, yeah, Easy EDA is doing some webinars for making things. It seems like they're going to get into a lot more detail because these are 2 hours long each. Sorry, not each. These are all, as they state, they're all exactly the same, but they have them at different times, so people can watch them all over the world. So that's nice of them. Yeah, I'll send the link to their YouTube in chat. So if you guys want to bookmark that for future reference, TTS, please don't read it out.
Mellow_labs said,
oh my God.
https://www.youtube.com/@easy22164/streams.
Fantastic. Yeah, these I'll probably be in chat in one of them at some point. They'll probably be good. I have no reason to doubt them.
Chloe Madison said, LOL.
Hello, Chloe. Okay.
Darshan H said, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
I just wanted to make sure everybody heard the URL, okay? Right, let's start a new project. New project. New standard project, because it always wants to push you to Easy EDA Pro for some reason. I don't love Easy EDA Pro, although it does let you flip the board, which is a thing that the Easy EDA standard does not let you do, so you can't flip the board for some reason. Amongst other things. Okay, let's do ESP32 thing.
Pyro said, laughing face.
Okay.
Chloe Madison said, use Pro, it's better.
I like the community library more. I'm a simple boy. I like the community library. ESP32 underscore ESP32 C6. And hopefully somebody has made it already. Specifically, can I find the...
Valtsa said, Pro better, but it's totally different and community library is separated from STD.
If it had the if Easy EDA Pro had the community library, it would be... Community
Chloe
library
Madison
is
said,
in Pro?
community library is in Pro.
Is it? No, it isn't. I know it isn't. Unless they've added it again recently. I'm pretty sure it isn't. So we're specifically using this ESP from DF Robot. It's not the one you have to use, but it's the one I'm using for this project.
Also said, there is, but it has different stuff to STD. Roterfrüchtswerk said, hey, slightly smiling face, I made a simple extension for Easy EDA that lets you flip the board.
Oh, nice. And as we can see, somebody has already made us a nice little board for it. Fantastic. See, that's why I like the community library. People just make things and you can be like, ah, yes, yoink. So I found the ESP I'm using. Now we just need a couple of resistors. We need a 10K resistor, two 10K resistors specifically. We need this one to be a 10K, and we need this one to also be a 10K. Like that. And those are going to touch like so. We also need a 1, 2. These are going to be 100 ohm. Like that. We need a 100 nanofarad capacitor. Oh God, I never know capacitors. Is that a capacitor? It's a C, so it's going to be a capacitor. Okay. And we need 100. 100 or 10?
Said, gethup/xsrf and you'll find the extension amongst others for nice labels and SVG import winking face.
Sick. I won't do that today, but thank you for the heads up. Okay, it's a 10 nanofarad, not 100. Cool. And that's going to go between 10K here.
Also said, oh. Also said, gotta check it.
Nice. Right, so that's going to be part of this circuit, and I also need, I have no idea what size resistor that is. Let's measure it. Let me grab my multimeter and put the green screen back. No one will know. And yes, I swapped out this capacitor multiple times, so I don't actually know what its value is. Doop, 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 doop. That one. Can I measure it whilst it's powered? Probably not. 50? Apparently it's 50. Let's unpower it. I need a screwdriver.
Valtsu said, looks sick, THX for it, haha.
Cool. Okay. Oh, I thought I unplugged the battery. I unplugged the wrong thing. I unplugged the current clamp instead, but either way, what is the value of this resistor? 68K. 68K? No, 68 ohm. Yes, I could have just learnt the colors on the resistor, but that sounds like a lot of extra effort. Right, so we need a 68. 68. Okay. That goes here. Right, now we're gonna need connectors. So connectors are here. Let's grab, I need 2 pins for you, 2 pins, 2 pins, and 2 pins. Cool. Lovely. Kind of want different connectors though, but we can swap those out later. That's fine. Those two are already connected. Those two need to be connected. And this one goes across these guys. Let's do boop and boop, boop and boop, right? And now, hold on, which way is ground? I might also have the resistor the wrong way around, but we'll deal with that. Okay, are you ground? That is ground. Okay. Okay. So this should be ground. I think I might have these the wrong way around, but whatevs. Okay. I don't like when the labels get in the way of the wires. There we go.
Joseph Taylor said, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How are you today, Joseph? Okay, and that connects to there, like that. Beautiful. And the other side of that connects to 3.3 volts, I believe.
Joseph Taylor said, I'm all good, thanks. You?
I am surviving. Yep, 3.3 volts down here. So let's grab one of these. I know it says 5 volts, but we can change that to say plus 3.3. Beautiful. So that should be done. No, we still need the... Let's grab ourselves one of these little guys, and that goes from this side of the burden resistor to GPIO4.
Joseph Taylor said, if you want to be fancy, you could put 3v3.
I could, but I'm not that fancy. Okay, so so now we're connecting this one down here. No, that's silly. Down here to analog one. So this will be our current clamp. Why are we making a triangle? I don't know shapes. That goes to GPIO4. So yeah, these are like markers they're basically like invisible wires. So if you're connecting stuff, it's nicer to do it this way than to run a wire all the way down here. Just makes it look cleaner. So that's one of the things. These are pretty simple because these are just regular buttons. And these, if I can drag them, sometimes selecting things is a little annoying, like so. So one of these goes to, hold on, let's select this as, let's do that, and call this one button 1, and we'll copy that and call this one button 2, like so. Beautiful. We'll take this one and put it on, no, I just grabbed the text. We'll take this one and put it on GPIO6, which is this one. And we'll take button 2 and put it on GPIO7, like this one, like so. And if you connect them directly to the pin like that, I recommend pulling it away so that so you get this little green line, so that you definitely know that they are connected. Same over here, just like pull them up slightly away. Beautiful. Right, this guy needs to be connected to... why did I do it so weird? Okay, so one of these is plus, one of these is minus. Right, so if I do that, and I do one of these in the middle. So in the middle is where we are getting the current battery voltage. But V, like so. And we'll copy that and put it onto, I believe I put it on number 5. Number 5, cool. So that goes here, like so. Beautiful. Okay. Is there anything else that needs to be connected to the microcontroller? Oh, power. I always forget about the power. We can grab this guy because it's 3.3 volt already, so we can put that on here, like so. And now we're taking...
Pyro said, same.
Right, now we need to...
Also said, ye 3v3.
Ye 3v3. Do you actually want me to rename them? It's not going to make any difference. How the heck did I... Oh, that's why I did an oopsie.
Valtzer said, yes.
There. You happy now? If it breaks, it's your fault. And I'm going to send you this file, and you're going to fix it. These guys just have to be connected to ground, so we can grab the nice handy
Joseph Taylor
ground
said,
thing.
I am not happy. Joseph
Capital,
Taylor said,
oh my God.
capital V please.
My God.
Valtzer said, ahahaha.
This is why you don't bring electrical engineers into a noob chat. Ground, button. The ESP has internal pull-up resistors for these, so we don't have to worry about it. At least I hope they do, because I've not had any issues with them, so...
Darshan H said, what is 3v3?
3.3 volts. So you see how the ESP has output voltages? So usually you plug it into USB and it provides 5 volts from the thing, from the USB. And then the ESP has... and then the ESP has like usually like voltage dividers and stuff to step it down to 3.3 volts for its own internal logic. So 3.3 volts is just the step down voltage for the logic. So 3.3 volts. Right, we should probably also connect the ESP ground before we forget about it and try to figure out why it's not working. Right, this is, I think I have this wrong.
Joseph Taylor said, 3.3V, but better on silk screens as the full stop might not be easy to see when printed so small.
Oh, so it's a silk screen issue. Gotcha. So it could say 33 volts. Okay, that makes sense. Fine, that makes sense. I guess back in your days they didn't have high resolution silk screening in multiple colors. Right, why am I struggling with this bit? This is where the power goes in. So let's say 1 is ground.
Joseph Taylor said, or anything printed, like a schematic on a piece of actual paper. Darshan H said, got it, that makes sense. Joseph Taylor said, yes, back in my day LOL.
I thought you'd appreciate that. Okay, So because this is just for sensing, I'm going to grab the plus 5 volts and chuck that in here, which is going to make it very hard to see. I'm going to move it down. Nope. Gonna grab all this. Oh my god, selecting is such a... You can either select not enough things
Joseph Taylor said,
all of the
back
things.
in my day we etched our own PCBs with chemicals or used a CNC router.
Well, luckily these days you no longer have to do that with today's sponsor JLC PCB. It's super easy to upload your files and get them manufactured in like 3 days or less if you really want to. They have like super fast delivery options, so they could manufacture in like 24 hours and get it shipped out to you if we need be. I think in most cases it's like 3 days minimum. But yeah, if you need it done, JLC PCB. Especially now, if you've not printed a circuit board before, if you look in the description, if you are brand new, you can get like $70 of PCB manufacturing credits. You still have to pay for
Joseph
shipping.
Taylor said, wow, that's great. What else does JLC do?
They also do a whole bunch of things, really. They do 3D printing, they do CNC
expedited
milling.
shipping costs $.
Well, it always costs $. It's what you mostly pay for. They do 3D printing, they do CNC milling. They also have a whole bunch of electronic components and stuff like that.
Chloe Madison said, and then pay 60% on top for tariffs.
Not in my country. Yeah, they do a whole bunch of things. Like I scroll through this catalog every so often just to see what they have, and I'm constantly surprised. They even have things
said,
like monitor
thankfully
arms.
I live in the EU. Smiley face.
If only I knew how to spell monitor arm. Monitor arm. Yeah, I don't know why they do this, but they make monitor arms, and they're like stupidly cheap as well. Like, what? For a monitor arm? What? So yeah, if you need a monitor arm from JLC, go for it.
Darshan H said, almost 150% customs in India.
Jeez. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they did one of them. Ooh. I'm currently working on my future desk setup, so this is all just eye candy right now. But yeah, JLC PCB, $70 credits for your PCB needs. Cool. Let's grab. What am I doing now? This is where I'm sensing the voltage. This is ground. Did I have that connected the wrong way around? It doesn't matter. As long as
Chloe
this
Madison
bit,
said, it was 145% for like a week here in the US.
Jeez. Wow. I'm not bringing politics into the stream. I don't know enough. Yes, yes. Right, so now I need to connect ground. Sorry. Nope. I need ground to be connected here, because that's what I'm calling ground. And then I need VCC, which I will connect here. And then I'm going to bring it VCC into the VIN. I'm bringing it into VIN. I don't know if I should be bringing it into the VIN. I'm just doing it because, so the ESP32 I'm using has a built-in like battery charger, but it's for LiPo batteries.
Joseph Taylor said, it hurts to see the grounds in the wrong orientation.
There's a right orientation? Oh, they're supposed to be downwards, aren't they? Because ground. There. Does that make you feel better?
Pyro said, what does the data sheet say? Valtzer said, haha.
That's a good question. Use schematics. So my logic is, because this battery charger on this ESP32 is for like lipos, I don't want to use that for this battery, but also I'm not charging this battery with the ESP. I have a different thing I'm working on, which I'm not gonna talk about because it's a future project. But basically I don't want to use that. So I'm just gonna use the voltage, the V-in pin, because it kind of allows me to input pretty much any voltage from like 5 volts down to 3.3.
Lipo and lithium is the same. Joseph Taylor said, the correct orientation isn't even adhered to on that schematic. What is wrong with the world? Also said, same charging stuff.
Down, down. Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. Either way, I don't want to use it because I'm using a different thing. So I'm just going to plug it into V-in and it should be fine. But then I could. Wait, hold on. What does it actually do with the battery charger? Battery. It just goes into V-bus. So if anything, I'm just bypassing the charge logic stuff.
Chloe Madison said, I have a neat new charger that I can send you. Also said, yeah, usually those onboard chargers aren't that good.
'Tis also my experience.
Pyro said, I am still waiting for my ICs for charging LiPo with my PCB.
Huh. I've wiped myself. Yeah, no, so that just goes into VBus and then basically the same thing goes into 3.3, right?
Darshan H said, what's the proper way to feed 3.3V to ESP32 from an 18,650 battery?
You get a step down. You get one of these guys who is designed for that. I believe that's what that is. Hold on. Either that or that's the name of the next NVIDIA graphics card. What are you? Low dropout LiPo voltage regulator, yeah. So you get something like this, which is a voltage regulator, and it basically turns your 5 volts or whatever voltage to 3.3 volts.
Chloe Madison said, linear regulator. Also said, you can also just put it on 5V pin XD. Pyro said,
exactly.
Or a charger with converter built in.
Or that. There are many ways of doing everything in electronics. Yeah, so long story short, I'm just putting it into V-in because that's what I did with the test PCB, and it seems to be working just fine, even though it's currently facing through my green screen. There we go. This is what I did, and it works. So that's what I'm sticking with. Okay, is that the circuit done? Battery, voltage, ground, voltage.
Valtza said, though gotta be careful since some ESP32 boards also output 5V on their 5V pin when USB plugged in.
That is true. That is what this board does. So if you plug in the battery at the same time as the USB, the battery gets a little spicy.
Darshan H said, are linear regulators efficient for battery-powered devices?
It's a good question. I've never looked into it.
Not everyone.
I am very new to the world of trying to keep things battery powered.
Joseph Taylor said, no.
Yeah, I'm very new to the world of trying to keep things battery powered for a long time. So I'm working on it. So I don't really have an answer for you, but I assume...
there are some that don't work at all, but then there are some that work well. Chloe Madison said, you gonna show off my shunt? Grinning face with sweat.
Sure, I can... Oh God, where is that? That's in a box somewhere. Oh no, that might be a challenge right now. I don't know how up to date you are with everything, but I'm in a new location. Everything is still in boxes because I don't have any shelves or anything to put stuff out. so everything is still deep in boxes. It should be in one of the Mellow Labs boxes. Question is, which one? There are a lot of Mellow Labs boxes. Not this one. Oh gosh. No.
Darshan H said, I'm exploring the same, for battery-powered presence sensor.
Not this one. It might still be downstairs. Yeah, there's a lot of boxes. Might have to come back to it on the next stream. So the idea is that I actually get this
Chloe Madison
design
said,
finished.
I didn't mean for you to go on a hunt for it, but thank you.
It's somewhere in a box labeled Mellow Labs. So the idea is that I do this, and then I come back next week with the sorry, not next week, in 2
Joseph
weeks
Taylor said,
with the finished
linear
board.
regulators are a cheap and easy way of stepping down voltage, by getting rid of the excess in the form of heat. A more efficient and still reasonably easy method would be to use switch mode.
So that's a good answer. I hope that answers it.
Valtsu said, yup.
So basically I'm wasting power by using this ESP32. So maybe in the future we can design our own low battery ESP32. Long-lasting ESP32. Or maybe just something Zigbee based. I don't know. We'll get to it. For now, I'm just going to stick to using the ESP that I have.
Jax Whaler TV said, sorry I am late, what's up today? Joseph Taylor said, make it nuclear powered.
I don't think I'm... Oh my god, my eyes are just... Because of my glasses, my eyes just choose to phase out.
Valtsu said, ESP32 sips power when running, but when deep sleeping it does not take much, or even while sleeping. Darshan H said, are switch mode regulators the same as DC-DC step-down regulators?
I'm sure Joseph or Vazu will be able to answer that for you. Meanwhile, I am taking this PCB board that I've
Joseph
made.
Taylor said, probably.
Which is just an ESP32 connected to a 18650 battery.
ESP32 needs
and
one to run
clamp.
XD. Chloe Madison said, yes.
And a clamp, and it just sends the information from the clamp through ESP to my Home Assistant. But because I don't like this, the board that I made for it, I'm making a better one with the help of today's sponsor, JLC PCB. There's £70 worth of credits down below if you are new to making PCBs and you want to play around. So yeah, snatch those up and you only have to pay delivery. Obviously, unless you're doing stupidly highly complicated boards for your first go, I wouldn't recommend it. I've still only made. I don't like.
Chloe Madison said, I'm more interested in the code to make Zigbee work. Valtsu said, not new upside down face.
Let's not talk about Zigbee code. Let's not, because let's not talk about Zigbee code. Let's please not, because I've been fighting it for 3 days and I want to punch it. I want to punch it. If it had a human form, I would punch it so hard.
Chloe Madison said, just vibes. Valtsu said, time to do PCB stuff.
Yes. Do I have this all connected properly? Button 1. Okay, well the buttons are stupidly easy. They're just connected down to ground. And GPIO 6
Darshan
and 7.
H said, hee, can't wait to see the code.
I'm still fighting it. Still fighting it.
Valtsu said, me shall make a Laura Pie hat. Chloe Madison said, now I'm more interested. Pyro said, what is your final use case for Zigbee? Just switches?
Switches and analog reading. So it's basically a home energy metering thing. But I didn't know that ESP Home updated to support ESP32C6 because that wasn't a thing last time I checked. So I went like, you know, I've got the Zigbee dongle. I've basically never played
Pyro
around
said,
with it yet.
I might have something that you can use.
So I thought, you know what, I'll give Zigbee a go. And I got it to work. However, it seems that Zigbee thinks all analog inputs are temperature, and there are no other forms of analog inputs. So everything comes up as temperature. So I've got temperature 1, temperature 2, temperature 3, when they're supposed to be amps, watts, and battery voltage. It's fun, don't get me started. Anywho, is this all connected properly? I'm mostly worried about this bit. Buttons, I've checked, buttons are good. We can put buttons down here. This steps down the voltage from the battery so that it can be read by the ADC analog to digital converter on the ESP32.
Pyro
so
said, you can take a look at ptvo.info.
ptvo.info?
Darshan H said, which Zigbee dongle are you using? Valtsu said, in Home Assistant you can change what they are. Valtsu said, a fake.
No, I'm using a Sonoff Zigbee dongle _P. It's the P edition, not the E edition, which is apparently a big deal because the E edition you can easily update the firmware of. The P edition you cannot, which is very annoying. I don't know what that is. MQTT. Zigbee to MQTT. That was going to be my next thing. We'll see. Hold on. If I can show you guys Home Assistant. So this is the current state of affairs. Oh no, this spoils everything. Just don't tell anyone what I'm working on, and we'll be fine. Right, let me plug in the current clamp. Although there's no point in plugging in the current clamp because I have nothing to measure the current of here. So if I plug in the battery, this should. So I'm using fancy Home Assistant things by taking the source, which is the output that Zigbee provides, and converting it, well, basically stripping the information it comes with and making it my own. But in this, it comes as you know, as temperature. So it thinks that my battery voltage is temperature. It thinks that my I think this is current is temperature, and my watts is also temperature. Even though I specifically defined in the code what they are, that's the wrong code. Even though I specifically defined what they are. These are power. This is battery. These are amps. And it's like, no, this all looks like temperature to me. I did tell you guys not to get me started on this. And no, you cannot change them. I have tried. It's just like, well, it's temperature, so you can have it in K, C, or F. And that's it. You cannot change the type. What do you mean this is watts? That doesn't exist. So yeah. I mean, this should still work even if I do decide to switch over to ESP Home, but Zigbee is, as far as I'm aware...
The sensor is called temperature as well.
The what? The sensor is called temperature as well? Okay. Right. Go away.
Pyro said, the entity.
Yeah, but I can't change that. Oh, wrong one. temperature, but I can't, sorry, I can change the name, but that's it. It won't, so here it comes up as temperature, even though here I'm calling them, you know, this is a current in, this is a watt in, this is the description, which apparently they don't read the description, so I don't know what the point of adding them is. Just, yeah.
Chloe Madison said, "Grats on the move, BTW."
Thank you. It's quite stressful, but it's going well so far. I just need to make more videos so I can afford rent.
Pyro said, "Don't you have to input a config for custom devices?"
I don't know about that.
Pyro said, "In Home Assistant."
I don't know about that, but DM me on Discord because I don't want to get into this today. We're mostly making this because this shouldn't affect whichever way I go with in the future for this project. Okay, right. I need to double check whether I've got this connected properly. Battery.
Valtsu said, "LOL."
Ground gets split up by resistor, like that and like that. Why is this resistor getting hot? That might just be my finger, it's fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Cool. It's this one I'm worried about, the current clamp circuit, because it's the more complicated one. By the way, don't forget to like the stream.
Hey.
Hello, Get Lifty. You're very late to the stream. Okay, so we've got this. This is the bit that I'm most concerned about because I don't know if I got it right. Also, my capacitor is...
Valtsu said, "Hello."
My capacitor has an orientation. This one doesn't. And I don't know which way is which. Oh, maybe I should have gone with a different capacitor. I think I needed one of these ones. Right? I think I needed one of these ones. Okay, if I get rid of that, and I bring you in, and I'm gonna make you be 10 nanofarads. And I need, that's ground, right? Yeah, ground. So I need the plus on the ground side. Is that correct? You know what's funny? I didn't check.
Pyro said, "I am going for a walk, will be back hopefully."
Okie dokie. That's how I have the capacitor currently, with the plus going to ground. Is that the correct way round?
Darshan H said, "No clue."
Well, I guess I mean, it works at the moment.
Valtsu said, "Plus to ground skull." Abu Hussein said, "No reverse." Get Lifty said, "I'm inclined to say that's backwards."
Okay, well...
Valtsu said, "It's the wrong way." Roterfruchtwerk said, "Plus on GND looks wrong as the other side is half 3v3, thus positive." Darshan H said, "Hee, if it works then good." Abu Hussein said, "Plus should be connected to pin 1.
So maybe that was my problem with this? Okay. Oh god, I got all these wires twisted up. I've managed to get this wire in between this. Fantastic. 10 out of 10, Tom. There we go. Also, I don't have a sensitive enough multimeter or scope to measure the power draw of this ESP in any configuration.
Abu Hussein said, "Sorry I came late, what is the label CC?"
CC is current clamp. So I'm using one of these current clamps, which you hook up to your like main power in circuit, and you can measure how much electricity your house is using, and then I'm pushing that through ESP to send over to Home Assistant so I can measure how much electricity my house is using. Amongst other things that it does. 3.3 volt. Is that it? You're going straight to you're going straight to 4. That's correct. With the shunt, with the what's it called, burden resistor in between, and a 10k and 10k with a capacitor, and 3.3 volts. Is that 3.3 volts? That's 3.3 volts. Yeah, no, that should be all good. Okay, I guess that's designed. So that is, hopefully, the hard part of my project. We need to make sure we've got power connected everywhere first, because that's usually an issue. VCC is my main power going in from the battery jack, which is this one. I should probably rename these. Battery in, that doesn't have to be renamed.
Roterfrüchtswerk said, 100 ohms is pretty aggressive on the battery voltage divider. Guess you didn't add the real values yet?
I mean, that's what I'm currently using, and it works. What would you recommend? I know very little about like calculating these, so in most cases I will just look for something online that does the job that I need it to do and be like, that looks good enough, I'll just copy that. And then if it works, it works.
Roterfrüchtswerk said, more like 10k or higher, winky face.
I guess that would make my parts list a little cheaper. Well, I say cheaper.
Abu Hussein said, it depends on the battery you use.
I'm using an 18650, a single 18650. The output might go up higher than the...
Abu Hussein said, you can use voltage diver calculator. Abu Hussein said, 3.7 V.
Voltage divider calculator.
Chloe Madison said, yeah, use 10k. It'll reduce current draw.
I will go for 10Ks then. Cool. Do we have suggestions for this one? I went with 68K because it was, well, I had one thread that suggested, I think it was 100 ohm as well, or maybe even higher. But because that maps, well, how do I explain this without making myself sound stupid and like I don't know what I'm talking about? That resistor reduces the voltage the ADC can read, or the amps, hold on. I had this memorized, but I forgot. So when, I think I set the threshold at 30 amp for the clamp. So because the clamp is for 100 amps, it can but I've set I've basically limited that to like 30 amps. So because it's very unlikely I'm going to go anywhere near like 20, but I wanted 30, you know, just in case I turn on the kettle and the hot shower and multiple things at the same time. I want to be able to see that. So I think I ended up just picking 68 with the help of a AI model. Again, it seems to work, so I'm not going to complain. Yeah, I think that's it. You've got power, you've got ground, you've got power, you've got ground, you've got ground, you've got ground, you've got power, you've got power, power, ground. I think we should be good. Just for fun, I'm going to put the other ground to ground too. Because why not keep the grounds grounded? Right? And for anything else, we can put a nice little X.
Chloe Madison
X.
said, use 0805S in case you need to replace them.
X, 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 X. 0.05X. See, again, resistor sizes, I completely don't understand. Hold on. I have this invisible ruler, but it does not have... There's a fake background. Hold on. I have this ruler, which has like different sizes of things. The one thing it doesn't have is like through-hole resistors. 0.0... Sorry, did you say 0.08? Oh, 0.5. Oh yeah, they're pretty chunky. See, I would have just gone with through holes. But yeah, I guess I could go with those. Those look pretty big. It does, I thought it didn't, yeah, it doesn't have through hole components, but it has, I turned it off. It has regular resistors. Get yourself one of these. If you don't have one of these are, in most cases, you could probably get them for like super cheap. I think
Chloe
AliExpress
Madison
has
said,
a whole bunch of these.
you're using through hole.
No, I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna try to put this together with non-through hole components. So let's select 0.5. EU or US? What is the difference? Does it just make Americans feel better to see US? What is this green glare coming from? It's right here. Why? My eyes are not green enough for the green screen software to think that they're...
Chloe Madison said, I've got like 15 of those rulers as swag from various places.
Yeah, exactly.
Valtsu said, does anyone know the name for headers that Pi hats use? The kind that just has passed through the PCB without sold errand / making it more low profile. Valtsu said, US and EU has different icons. Roterfruchtswerg said, EU is metric sizes, PCB usually uses US.
PCB usually uses US? Oh no. Sorry. TTS made that funny. Okay, so I'll just go with EU. These ones. I should get rid of these, and these.
Valtsu said, yes, but EU and US markings are different.
I mean, one's a wiggly line, one of them's a box. 10K. One goes here. I'm gonna copy it. The other goes here.
Valtsu said, yeah.
One goes here. And one goes here.
Chloe Madison said, Wiggler.
Why does Wiggler sound oddly rude? I feel like I can use wiggler as a derogatory term for somebody. Yeah, that guy there, he's a wiggler. Right, that's where but v goes. 10k, 10k. Oh, this guy. I need to change this guy. Everybody remember 68, because I'm going to forget. 68.
Chloe Madison said, she voltage on my wiggler till I resist.
It's very funny. I kind of want to break these pins out just in case I ever want to add anything. You know what? Let's grab a. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, we can go here and be like. Oh, we get 8 by 1. I mean, I can break out the ground as well. Yeah, let's do that.
Roterfruschtswerg said, be aware of the footprints though. 0805 is imperial, but 0603 exists in imperial and metric and is vastly different.
Right. I'm going to go with the EU and fingers crossed. Capacitor wise, I select this one and it's SMD. I assume that's going to be fine. Or should I use a through hole? What are the different? What's A, B, C, D, E? What's the difference there?
Valtzer said, SMD is same style as the resistors. Chloe Madison said, those are tant caps.
SMD Sims, yeah, so surface mount. Oh, okay. Tantalite.
YTFP Chris said, best doodle ever.
I don't know what you're referring to.
YTFP Chris said, hi all.
Also hi.
Chloe Madison said, use the one that's up and to the right of the one you were looking at.
One and up to the right of the one you were looking?
Chloe Madison said, up and to the left asterisk.
Up, left. Do you mean on the Google Images I'm looking at, or?
Roterfruschtswerg said, I don't think you need a polarized cap here in your circuit. A regular ceramic will do thinking face. Chloe Madison said, in easy EDA.
The one to the left. Oh, so you're suggesting I just go with like this guy, but bigger. Because these are not, right?
Platin21 said, did you consider using the ESP C5? Allows for nice 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz, and I think there are already modules.
Ooh, I have not seen those yet, I don't think. Or maybe I'm just blinded by... Oh, those are the fuzzy ones.
Chloe Madison said, C6 does Zigbee and Thread.
Yeah. Which is kind of why I ended up using it for this. Okay, let's swap that out then. If it doesn't matter. It don't matter. Right, let's break out the spare ones. Oh, we're gonna make this look so messy. It was so clean, and we're just gonna make it a mess. Just absolute savagery. Oh, why would I do that? Okay. And let's put a ground pin on it. Nope, that's VCC. Perfect. Beautiful. Makes perfect sense. Cool. Any notes? Any last minute changes? $10K, 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 10, 60. Okay, let's move on. Save that, and let's move to convert to PCB. And now all my things are dumped in the middle. We're going to give ourselves rounded.
Platin21 said, yes, so does the C5 equals the ESP32C5 MCU supports Bluetooth 5, LE, Zigbee, and Thread.
Good to know. The one thing I don't like about standard is it does not give you a nice way of modifying the size of the board. Was H5 no, I want to put that here like that. I'm gonna make it super inconvenient for myself to mount those later, because why wouldn't I? Right, CC was current clamp. We should rename those two. Button 1. What's the fancy abbreviation for button? What's the schematic? Is it just but? It can't be but, because but is battery. Oh, BNT. BT.
Valtsu said,
BTN.
BTN.
BTN. Does it also have to be capitalized or just?
Chloe Madison said, BTN.
There we go. Oh, it capitalizes them itself. Fantastic. BT2. Are we indexing from 1 or from 0? I'm going to start a war. I'm going to assume it doesn't matter since nobody's replied. Dealer's choice.
Chloe Madison said, dealer's choice. Valtsu said,
Nice.
Yup.
And I think that's my...
Platin21 said, I think you already started with one so.
Fair. H4 is battery. But. And counter clamp.
YTFP Chris said, 0 with a pineapple icon next to it, really get people's goat.
Zero with a pineapple. I've not tried putting emojis on my silk screen yet. This might be the first. I don't like the way things are laid out. Maybe I can just stuff that up here. I'm trying to make this board as small as possible.
YTFP Chris said, pineapple does not belong on PCB, can hear them now.
Oh. It's been so long since we've had pizza. When was the last time we had pizza?
Sorry?
When was the last time we had pizza?
Platin21 said, but for JLC one of the main reasons to use Easy
So
EDA
if
is
you-
to splatter crazy images on the PCBs.
Really?
Yes. Because we had it from Mum when she...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I didn't.
Okay, fair. So it's been 3 weeks without
Chloe
pizza.
Madison said, I thought that was a swingers joke.
So, no pizza July.
Right. Is it going to be too awkward to plug things in? It shouldn't be. So this is going to be on standoffs anyway, because I'm going to want to replace it at some point, and I'd rather not permanently mount it onto this board. I have done that too many times and had too many mistakes to fix later. These would be nice if they were labeled. Is there a nicer... When you guys design silk screens to make them look pretty and fancy and all that, is there a special software you guys use? Or just chuck it into the blender that is Easy EDA Pro? See, why can't I just scale that down? It would be so much nicer if I could just shoot. I know I can in Easy EDA Pro.
Roterfrostsworg said, I use my label maker plugin for Easy EDA, smiley face.
Of course you have a label maker plugin for Easy EDA.
Chloe Madison said at Roterfrostsworg please share.
Is this it? This is actually very nice. I don't see any other ones.
Jax Whaler TV said, let some space, if you need some adjustment. Valtsu said, there's also the flip too.
Oh.
Roterfruchtswork said, you found it, yes. YTFP Chris said, has to be a way to convert graphic programs like GIMP or others and convert to silk screen layout somewhere. No.
I know there's programs to convert it to SVGs, which then you can import into, well, PCB software. How do I install? Oh, wait, there's a release. I have never installed a plugin for this yet, so.
Roterfruchtswork said, just download the release, extract in a folder.
Yep. It's just a couple things in my downloads folder.
Roterfruchtswork said, then follow instructions to add it.
You know, just a couple Linux ISOs that I no longer need, so I can just bin them. You know what I mean? There we go. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Extract. Wait, but I'm using the web version. Does that still work? Because I'm using the web-based.
Get Lifty said, definitely not 10 copies of Barnyard in there.
That's on the desktop. I can install plugins.
Roterfruchtswork said, instructions in the README.
Instructions in the README. I'm used to that from all of the Linux ISOs. Where's the README?
Roterfruchtswork said, it works in web.
Oh. Hold on, my brain broke. README. Installation, extension, release, open easy EDA, browser or desktop, advanced, extensions, settings, advanced, extensions, setting, load, extension, load, extension, select, downloads, extension. No, I forgot which one I need to. Select the extension. Select the extension. Which of these files is the extension? Helper, paper. Oh, it's all of them, isn't it? All files. Gotcha.
Valtsu said, all files.
Instructions too complicated. Dick stuck in fan. Load extension. Will it just work? I mean, I was going to say, does it need a restart? But clearly not, because it's web-based. Right, now how do I use it? Wait, hold on. That's probably in the README. How to use. After installing Label Maker.
After install, a label maker menu should show up in the PCB editor. Click Create Label. After setting your options, hit place or press enter to place the label on the board. After the label is placed, the input text is focused again. Just hit enter again to place the same label or type anything to change the label text. Labels are placed to the currently active PCB layer. Wally Max said, I just got here. What's the project?
So
Roterfruchtswork said, top menu, smiley face.
Top menu. Oh. Yep. Make label.
Valtsu said,
Awesome. Cool.
installed the flip extension and I like it XD.
Sick. Right, let me go through what I'm doing. So right now, I'm working on a future project, which will be out somewhat soonish, hopefully. You can't quite see it, but this is a PCB. It's got an ESP32C6 on it, and it's connected to a 18650 battery and a current clamp, and all it does is read measurements from the current clamp and send them over to Home Assistant through this. But because I've got it on this ugly, ew, homemade PCB board, I'm making my own printed circuit board version, which will be very nicely manufactured by JLC. Oh, it's closed. By JLC PCB, which is today's sponsor. Just upload your files and you can get things manufactured. It's awesome. Check the link in the description if you've never manufactured a file, but if you've never manufactured a PCB before, you can get 70% off. Sorry, not 70% off. You can get $70 worth of credits for designing your first PCB. You will still have to pay shipping and tariffs and stuff like that, but it's a nice good chunk for your first few PCB designs. Just enough for you to learn how to use it and then pay full price. So yeah, I've basically just recreated what I was doing.
Platin21 said, it's also crazy cheap for 6 layers.
Indeed. I want to play around with, wait, hold on. I need to test myself before I, say something stupid. Okay, cool. I had to double check if it wasn't someone else. But JLC now offers transparent PCBs, and they look so sick.
Valtzer said, JLC is the cheapest in general.
Nice. Yeah, transparent PCBs are a thing, and they look so good. They look so good. Shit, can I make this one transparent? That would be kind of cool, right? Please tell me I can do that. Hold on. How do I even...
Platin21 said, well, how does one get transparent ones? Only with easy EDA?
I don't know. Advanced. What's the difference of... Okay, whatever. I don't know. RF4 aluminum. I might have to look into this later. Right. Oh yeah, I
Chloe
installed
Madison
the extension.
said, a friend just did a simple project with transparent PCBs.
Did they look good? Please tell me they look good. I like how they look.
Valtzer said, you can make it with any software, but you just choose in JLC that you want transparent.
It just looks so good, right? I mean, this is Instagram's fantastic compression, but come on, that was so cool. Yeah, I'm excited for transparent PCBs.
Platin21 said, isn't it a flex PCB?
It doesn't look like it. Maybe, because they do have it in a... Ooh, maybe. Did I already close easy? Did I close it? No, I didn't. I know I didn't. Flex. Transparent. It is a flex. Oh, it's somehow better.
Chloe Madison said, it is a flex PCB.
Well, I guess we're making a transparent PCB. Oh yes, designing PCB. It's going to be super tiny for a transparent PCB. If anything, that just makes me want to...
said, hella expensive though XD.
That's what the $70 credit's for. It just makes me want to spread all these out now so that I can see the details. So we're just gonna spread all these out.
Valtsu said,
Put a nice.
ahahaha.
Gonna give myself so much space for all of these connections. There. There. How do you guys get things aligned nicely? Because I'm
Platin21 said, well then you also need traces with round corners to make it a true masterpiece.
don't.
Chloe Madison said, she just made a connector for an LED project to go between rows of a brick wall in her new house. Roterfrustzwerg said, is your cap 0603? Looks like a smaller footprint.
085. 0805. Why is it not clicking? Am I stupid? Snap.
Get Lifty said, gotta try out that trace melting program from Mozilla.
Why isn't it snappy? There's a trace. Sorry, there's a. Where did YouTube go? YouTube chat? Where did you vanish?
Valtsu said, BTW, you want the CAO to be close to the source.
The CAO?
Valtsu said, and your cap isn't 0805, it's 0603.
Hold on, I've lost YouTube chat. Where did YouTube chat go? There it is. Boop. Your cap's not 8, it's... Is it not? What? But this is... Oh, it does look tiny. Ugh, fine. I thought it was. There we go. That's better. Sorry, I need my what closer? Your cap is blah blah blah. Gotta try out the blah blah blah. By the way, you want your CAO. What's a CAO?
Valtsu said, the cap needs to be as close as possible to the thing it's smoothing.
Oh. So I think it's here.
Valtsu said, it's not doing much if it's miles away.
So there. Right?
Whodunit said, put the cap right next to the power in on the ESP. Roterfrustzwerg said, your snap works BTW, it's just 0.254 millimeters.
Snap. 0.25. I guess that's better. Okay. Well, the cup is for the... You know what? There. That should be fine. I really wanted them to be further apart, though. I'm gonna make it closer to the CT clamp, but far enough so that it looks good when it's transparent.
Is EU here millimeters and US then mil? For the sizes.
Is EU millimeter for the EU? No. I don't know the difference between mil and millimeters, because to me it's the same thing, but I know it isn't.
Abu Hussein said, only US use mil. Chloe Madison said, mils is thousandth of an inch.
Only I knew what an inch was. I only know I got 9 of them. That is the appropriate amount of laughs that joke deserved.
Chloe Madison said, Americans will use anything but the metric system.
I feel like it probably depends more on the application in which it's being used in. Because I watch a lot of builders who are just like doing stuff in inches, and it kind of makes sense there. And then you've got, you know, people making tiny stuff where big measurements don't make it. You know what? We need a new universal standard to unite all of them. And yet another standard has been created.
Platin21 said, I only know that from the resistors and caps a US size 0805 isn't a EU 0805. Chloe Madison said, XKCD mentioned.
Wait, I renamed these. Oh, it's because I didn't rename them in the previous. But. BTE?
Platin21 said, as in 0805 inches a 2012 metric.
And now we can press the little magic button to bring in changes, and it should only change the names. Hooray! Okay, now we can label things with the awesome Label Maker plugin. Create label. Right. Yeah. Oh, you can change the sign. Oh, sick. Nice. Okay, cool.
Valtsu said, who's using metric for caps and resistors XD? Get Lifty said, forget labels, just slap a silly image on the silk screen and call it a day. Valtsu said, not me.
Hold on, because I need to. I'm gonna have to write these down, aren't I? Oh, sticky note. Oh, fuck, was that important? Hold on.
Roterfruchtwerk said, you have to select the top silk layer first if you want it on top silk. Chloe Madison said, funny thing is that American cars all use metric fasteners. Valtsu said, ha ha ha.
Okay, pin 1 is ground. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pin 1, G, N, D. Pin 2, 17.
Get Lifty said, if only the computer had a notepad.
Shut up.
YTFP Chris said, draw them in with Sharpie after, save yourself the headache lol.
No.
Jack Swaler TV said, lol.
19.
Roterfrostwork said, you should see it on the net
20.
names if you zoom in enough.
20. It's too late, I've already started writing.
Roterfrostwork said, no need to write it down.
I've already started
Valtsu
writing.
said, not an easy edit. Valtsu said, it just random text.
20, 22, not 23. And 23.
Valtsu said, if not using net flags.
Where's my camera? Ah. I think when I jumped, stuff moved around. Back to you. Oh no. Oh no. Cancel. Okay.
Roterfrostwork said at Valtsu no it shows the net names, but where he just connected two headers it will assign random net names.
That is in fact a random net name. Is there a way I can do multiple at the same time? Or do I have to do them individually? Get real fancy with it. Other way around.
Platin21 said, I now have to find a reason to use the smallest MCU in the world. Guess I will misuse it as LED controller. Roterfrostwork said, just type hit enter, place, type, hit enter, place.
Gotcha. 16. Uh, 19. 20.
Valtsu said, also you want to change those to top silk screen.
1 moment. I'll do that afterwards in one go. 21. That's a hashtag. Pound, whichever generation you're from. Beautiful. Look at that. So now we can select them. We can select them all. And be live.
Cronus said, oh I love PCB design.
Awesome. Welcome here. Did I break that top?
Cronus said,
bottom?
I just made my first 2 PCBs this month.
Oh, nice. How did that go? And did you use today's sponsor JLC PCB to do your PCB
Roterfrostwork said,
manufacturing?
pro tip, just alloc the top and bottom, then use the alignment tools to spread them evenly.
Pro tip, select the, oh, gotcha. Today's sponsor JLC PCB offers $70 to new users if you sign up using the link below.
Roterfrostwork said, but looks fine already.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty close. Pretty close.
Valtsu said at Cronus I've made too many PCBs but have not ordered them all XD.
I'm gonna get rid of that. Do you know, it's funny. Now I don't feel like these ones are adequate, so now I have to swap
Cronus
them.
said, I used Key CAD for my first one, but Easy EDA because they paid for my boards because Lab stars.
Because Lab stars?
Lab stars.
What is that? Cool.
Cronus said,
Okay.
Easy EDA sponsored platform for free PCBs.
Yeah, I saw
Chloe
that.
Madison said,
Awesome.
Lab is their printables for PCBs.
Nice. Create label. Right, we're going with, well, CC. And how fancy do we want it? I think we want that, right?
Oscaro said, what are you making?
So this is a PCB for, hold on a minute. Yeah, no, that's fine. This is a PCB that I'm recreating. So I made this PCB, which is for a future video project. You won't be able to see it because it's green, and also it's for a future video project. I only just came up with that. I didn't realize this whole time. I could have just used that as an excuse.
Chloe Madison said, she sponsor on my stream till I JLC.
This is the PCB we're making. It's an ESP32 with a couple like very basic components connected to a CT clamp to measure, you know, the voltages and currents going through my fuse box, so I know how much power the house is using, and the whole thing is powered off of an 18650. And the idea is that I use Zigbee and try to make it power efficient. I won't get into many more details than that because I want to save it for the video, but that's the rough idea, and hopefully video should be out for it soon. But today I'm making a stream, just kind of, well, actually mostly I'm learning. Mostly I'm learning on how to...
Oscaro said, I have an idea for a new 3-pin screw terminal that used 1 screw and is better.
I have an idea for a new 3-pin screw terminal. Oh, 3-pin screw terminal. Interesting. I mean, I'm not using those in the final design. They were mostly for prototyping. So yeah, today is a sponsored stream where I try to make this, and I'm actually learning more than I kind of, not that I didn't expect to learn.
Cronus said, I don't know how power works in the London, but have you tried using a radio dongle to try to listen to the telemetry from your meter?
It is somewhat doable. I think the specific meter I have does have like a little, well, it has a little screen that tells me that.
Chloe Madison said, when you use the label maker, make sure you have your pencil on the silk layer so you don't have to change it after.
Oh, gotcha. So, yes, I could.
Roterfruchtsworg said, BTE. Not BTN?
You know what? I didn't like those labels anyway, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna change them. I didn't quite like how they looked, so I'm changing them not because you mentioned that I screwed up the name, but just because I really like this label tool and I want to use it more. Highly recommend. Can put that in the quotes under the README. Highly recommended by Mellow Labs.
Platin21 said, wow, sounds like a task for a ESPP4 Toto, some nice text detection. Sandro Gvinria said,
True.
Yeah, sure.
I mostly just don't want to do anything that's too power intensive because, well, ironically, even though it's right next to the fuse box, I can't, access to power is not there. So, yeah, it's kind of a pain, which is why I'm going with battery power. but I did not forget the abbreviation BTN 1. Oh, it's such long text.
YTFP Chris said, also if you rent can't really muck around with the box or wiring, this is why a clamp.
Yeah. Not only when you rent in the UK, it's illegal for a non-licensed electrician to touch the fuse box. Well, to look inside the fuse box, obviously you can touch it, but to even open it is a big no-no. Which is like, I could very easily, I'm very capable of adding my own like circuit and adding an outlet directly next to the fuse box, but it's not something I'm allowed to do. And getting an electrician is expensive, so battery power. Or running a very long cable from the nearest outlet, but I don't really want to do that just because it looks kind of shitty.
Valtsu said, you can't even reset the fuse if it blows.
Oh no, I can do that. It's more doing any kind of maintenance on the fuse box.
Oscaro
like
said,
that.
it will void warranty and they can blame you for house burning down. Yay. Get
Yeah.
Lucky said, have you got a license for that fuse box, mate?
No, I can reset the fuse myself. I just can't do something stupid like, wire it in place so that if it's consistently popping, I can't just like tape it in place so that it stops.
Chloe Madison said, is the current clamp also illegal?
No. At least it shouldn't be, because it's not actually, well, I was going to say it's not actually touching it, but it's not modifying the wiring or anything like that.
If you ever want to look at radio stuff, I highly recommend RTL_433 or OpenMQTT Gateway. Both can connect directly to Home Assistant.
I'm currently playing around with Zigbee, and I'm learning it. It makes it.
Oscaro said,
it doesn't.
I invented a resonant voltage multiplier flyback transformer at resonance Marx generator effect.
That sounds fancy. Way above my pay grade. Way above my pay grade of way under minimum wage. Yeah, I think that's it. We can do some auto routing now. So we're gonna go to route. We're gonna go to auto route, and we're gonna use the cloud when it realizes that I have the cloud.
Chloe Madison said, Marx you say? Jaco Gonzalez said, Oscaro is that for time travel?
That's pretty good.
Get Lifty said, problem with RTL 433 in the UK is that we use SMETS for our power infrastructure, which is all like secure. Oscaro said, yeah, when the arcs happen at the VM they excite the next flyback. Platin21 said, really crazy government over there. I would guess on the countryside they care a lot less. Well, with the Eaton stuff you can't do the pin stuff anymore, it still trips.
Is there a way I can get
Valtsu said,
the routing
time to reverse
be more
engineer
creative?
the protocol XD.
There a way I can get the routing to get more creative and kind of just like go all over the place?
Echo Gonzalez said, yes, do the routing yourself.
But that's effort.
Valtsu said, ha ha ha.
That's effort. I don't. So that's why we invented AI.
Abu Hussein said, haha. Roterfruchtswerg said, maybe oomph up the power traces. Chloe Madison said, always root yourself. YTFP Chris said, plot twist, the routing is the label.
Right. Let's root it myself. Root it yourself, they said. It will be fun, they said.
Roterfruchtswerg said, there is also a plugin for organic routing, not by me this time, grinning face.
Is it easy to use?
Valtsu said, LOL.
Oh no, there's no redo. Oh no.
Oscaro said, ZVS circuit, they said I am a go build that.
Easy EDA,
Platin21
organic.
said, smart meters are here the norm also, but you can still play around with the box. They do have an IR interface. Organic routing, nice. Roterfruchtswerg said, you can find all the plugins if you click on the EasyEDI extension tag on this and my repos.
Wait, did I? You can find all the plugins if you click the Easy EDA extension tag on my... I closed it, didn't I? Easy EDA extensions. Excelsior!
Roterfruchtswerg said, it was the one you just found with the teardrops, I think.
With the teardrops?
Roterfruchtswerg said, but right, it doesn't do auto routing. Valtsu said, prob.
Yeah. I guess I will take regular routing, but I will beefing up the other things. Route. Different pairs. Auto route. Rules. I'm gonna go with 24. No, 24 seems. Why is this? Oh, this isn't min. Oh, but this isn't. Okay, these are different. These are in mils. I'm gonna double it and pass it on to the next person. Easy EDA has standards, right? JLC PCB manufacturing standards. That is absolutely, completely wrong. JLC PCB. Traces.
Abu Hussein said, 0.254 good for signals.
thicker traces.
Platin21 said, well, he wants something fancy like thick ones to show the traces.
Indeed. What if I just double it? Calculator. Calculator. This number, but twice. Yes. This number, but twice.
Abu Hussein said, for power you need to be calculated.
Yes. Thick traces. Who needs maths and calculations when you can have thick traces? I'm only... Did it really make a 90? Oh, it's a V. It's fine. Sorry, I didn't expect my voice to break. I was shocked it tried making a 90-degree turn.
Valtsu said, it do be raining and thundering. Chloe Madison said, good enough for the NBs I go out with.
Yeah, so the only reason I'm trying to be...
heavy rain.
My area of, well, my area of England currently has a windstorm. And the wind is so windy.
Abu Hussein said, avoid the 90 D.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, which is why I bent that one. I ain't gonna have no straight 90-degree. Uh-oh. My headphones just complained about the battery dying. Oh no. Have I been awake for that long?
Get Lippy said, it fuck em windy.
It very windy. I love that some of the people are talking on the YouTube chat, some people are talking on the non-existent Twitch chat. Get back to YouTube chat. We all know you're not watching anything over there. I do daily...
By the way, said, ha ha ha.
By the way, I do daily streams on Twitch as well. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to head over there. YouTube, I only do...
Iris_the_elf said, re.
YouTube, I do, well, I've stopped for a while because of complications, but I will get back to going back on my schedule.
Abu Hussein said, channel name?
Mellow Labs, same as here.
Valtsu said, hee.
I will get back to doing more regular streams over here as well. The plan is still to do 1 week video, 1 week live stream, 1 week video, so on a bi-weekly schedule. I've just, been dealing with stuff, moving and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we should be getting back on schedule soon. Let's move those up slightly.
Chloe Madison said, G90 on my trace till I bend it.
Not laughing. Okay, let's have a look at it in 3D. Wow. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, the spacing of these is so wrong. Nope. Wait, hold on. There was a thing for this. If I just select these and do not whatever that was. I broke it. Okay, well, we're going to have to unroute.
Chloe Madison said, needs a big Mellow Labs logo.
That is true. We'll get to that. We'll put it up here. Design. 10 out of 10. I just realized the button I'm looking for is this one. Or maybe not. How do I align these? Array, vertical, grid.
Chloe Madison said, you gotta do them per row.
Oh, so I gotta do this one. Okay, fair. And this one. Oh, those labels are like ever so slightly off. Let's save that and have a look at that in 3D. Oh. I think that's before I changed it.
Chloe Madison said, fix the labels by hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Good enough. Okay, let's reroute again. Auto route. Same rules apply. Perfect. Now let's spread those out again. Oh yeah, I don't know if I ever got to actually saying why I'm being so weird with the traces. It's because I want to print this on a transparent...
Chloe Madison said, good enough for the NBs I go out with.
Deja vu. It's because I want to make this a transparent PCB, so I want to be able to see all of the traces. At least as many as I can. I don't have Instagram open anymore. Would have shown the thing again. Yeah, I think that looks fine. I wish I could select that in the 3D view. Can I change the color of the PCB here? Blue, purple. Easy EDA needs to update. We need to see the preview. Silk green visible. That's visible, but it's all visible. I wish I could just get rid of the RF4. Like make it invisible. Okay, cool. All right, anybody have any notes? Oh, Mellow Labs.
Chloe Madison said, substrate.
Substrate? Where it, oh, substrate. I don't think that's it. Kind of, because like I can see the underlayers. Yeah, kind of. Kind of.
Chloe Madison said, turn off masks.
Turn off masks. Ooh, ooh, yes, yes, yes. This will be good. This will be good. It's going to be an interesting board to put together on next week. On
Abu
the,
Hussein said,
in 2
ground
weeks.
plane.
Ground plane's going to make it
Chris
look
said,
worse.
Mellow Labs backwards on the reverse side of the PCB so you can see the Mellow_Labs logo from the front. Hako Gonzalez said, wow, I'm leering so much today. Thanks, Chloe.
That's a good shout. Sure, right. Let's do like a JPEG to wait, hold on. Do I have a Mellow Labs? Oh no, I'm gonna have to show stuff. Video resources. Nope, none of it here. It will be in Mellow Labs graphics. It's a PNG. Okay, so PNG to SVG. PNG to SVG. Online. Adobe, go f yourself. Yep. I don't care, I just accept cookies. Convert. You're not going to give me any kind of adjustability.
Hako Gonzalez said, you can use PNG in EasyEd.
Oh, really? Oh God, how do I design, route, format, place?
Hako
Image,
Gonzalez
place
said,
image.
just place image.
Yes. I know that's not what I was looking for, but you know what, we might as well, because it's kind of a sick plugin. How do I small? How I small? Excuse me? How I small? Size? Nope. Send help. Place. Image. Transparency, threshold. Import. Image. Yep. How I make small. How big
Also
do I
said,
make it?
you have to manually input the size.
I know for a fact that that's a limitation of standard.
Rotor Frostwerk said, width/height in the attributes on the right.
I know for a fact I could have scaled a thing in Pro. In fact, can we bring this over to Pro?
Valtsu said, yeah, in Pro you can change the size.
Okay, let's go to Pro. That's standard. Let's go to Pro.
Valtsu said, without using numbers. YTFP Chris said, would also need to be mirrored after or it will be backwards.
That's also a thing you can do in Pro. One sec. Oh, it picked up. Sweet. Okay, so now we can import from standard to Pro.
Chloe Madison said at Hako Gonzalez, sure thing.
Bring in this one. Yes. Where's my board?
YTFP Chris said, also Dolby check it's the right side of PCB, that would be embarrassing.
Where's my board? Hello? 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 Hello?
Platin21 said, I prefer my EDA to not have extra ABO. But I also don't know if KiCad has easy constraints there. I found Autodesk to be the best. Rotor Frostwerk said, the extensions don't work in Pro though, sorry for that.
That's fine.
Chloe Madison said, zoom around a bit.
I'm trying.
Hako Gonzalez said, save on your online account and then export to Pro.
That's what I did. What can I find? Find. Yes, where is this capacitor? Yep. Maybe we'll just...
Platin21 said, so now we know you can export but it might brick it? Hako Gonzalez said, try 3D view. Chloe Madison said, right-click zoom fit all. Roterfrüchtswerk said, isn't there a zoom to fit in the menu?
Well, that's what I mean, there's literally a thing there. What is that? A fit area view. Maybe it just needs to be turned off and then turned back on.
Hako Gonzalez said, AZADA is kinda rinkadink but still really cool.
At least we have the flipboard button. That's nice. Where is it? What the f... Truck width. Wait, am I
Hako
looking
Gonzalez
at
said,
it?
try zooming out with your mouse weak.
Makes no difference.
Roterfrüchtswerk said, I have an extension for that, so, haha.
Okay, so we'll just enter the numbers manually.
YTFP Chris said, LOL maybe something more practical like mounting holes.
Oh, I didn't even think about adding holes. Crap. That's a pad. It's a circle. You can do screw holes in here, right? Hold on. Screw? Yeah, screw. I can do an M2. Can I select a different one? Yeah, M3. Sec. Let's do one here, one here, one here, one here. And we can save that. And we can go over here. And we can do import. Yep. What'd I do?
Platin21 said, what does developer tools in the browser tell on the black canvas?
I'm not interested. I've already given up.
Abdul Rahman Sheikh said, hi Mello.
Hey yo, how you doing?
Abdul Rahman Sheikh said, how do you do?
I do good, I think. How do you do? Of course you are. You know what, that's gonna be weird, but it will do the job. Now if I do 3D view, that's gonna give me holes. Cool, but I'm gonna get rid of the silk screen because it's ugly. That gets rid of the hole. How do I get rid of this?
Rotorfrostwork said, just redo auto route, everything is messed up now.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Abdul Rahman Sheikh said, I am fine, just finished my 4th electronic project in portable induction heater.
Awesome. Portable induction heater. Sick. Sounds hot.
Jaco Gonzalez said, Abdul, what do you use it for?
I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's not for cooling. That sizing works better there. And just like that, the entire board layout was changed. Come on. There you go. Awesome.
Platin21 said, well, not too many signals and no differentials, so totally fine.
Perfect.
YTFP Chris said, would probably align the holes X and Y to save yourself some headaches in enclosure design later.
They're aligned. Ish. It's the best kind of aligned. Okay. So now if I save that, and we can look at it in 3D, it looks better.
Abdul Rahman Sheikh said, I use it for heating soldering iron tip, iron rods, ferroelectric materials.
Interesting. Okay. What do we have to do? I guess that's kind of it. Pretty sure I've said that like 14 times today. Oh, silk screens. Right. How? Let's guess size.
Chloe Madison said, logo. Jaco Gonzalez said, why no GND layer? YTFP Chris said, not seeing a pinless bled PWR.
We're not doing a layer because we're doing this kind of circuit board today. And a thingy layer would make this, you know, not nice. Also, it's only a 2-layer circuit board, so one side would be entirely, you know, with holes. So yeah, this is what I'm
Jaco
aiming
Gonzalez
for today.
said, ag.
TTS did not like that one. So yeah, that's what we're aiming for. logo. Import image. Nope, place. Image. Select this one. Let's go. Right, now how do I make it? See, this doesn't change. Yeah, this doesn't change the aspect ratio. Oh, it does. Okay, cool. I thought it screwed up the aspect ratio and like stretched it. We're basically going like real small, right? Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and guess 15 mil. Oh, fucking nailed it. I apologize for the swearing. That's fine. It's silkscreen. This is silkscreen. It's fine. Top silkscreen. Please swear more. I will not. Keeping it motherfucking PG. Image. Home. Mellow Lab. Yeah, that looks like butt. Yep. All of these settings do nothing. Let's pick a different image. Perfect. Oh god, this looks awful. That's not. Oh god, it's so slow. Why is that so slow? Why is TTS not reading? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have reached. We have reached the limit of my Google API. And I don't have a backup. No.
Is Flux PCB EDA software good?
What do you mean by what is Flux PCB? Flex PCB EDA software. I don't think I know what you mean by that, but if you mean is Easy EDA good for designing flexible PCBs, as far as I understand, designing flexible PCBs is the same as regular. It's an AI app. Oh no, I'm having to read. Joseph speed dial.
Get Joseph on speed dial now.
I'll be in the room if Joseph feels like joining. I'm not in the room. Where's the room? There. If somebody feels like reading out chat to me, I'm on Discord. Mellow Labs. I want to grab a. I still want to do this, but I want to find a good one. Run Whisper Home Assistant.
Run Whisper in Home Assistant add-in locally.
That's not the problem. I've just run out of my YouTube API for actually reading the chat is finished. Usually we have a backup one, but for like a couple, because I wasn't streaming for a couple of weeks, the backup one became the regular one, and then I basically need to update them. I'm just lazy about it. You can use auto routing function. Yes, you can.
Can you use auto route function?
Yeah. Click here, you click auto route, and then you can, if you need to change like the size of stuff, you can. And then you click run. And sometimes it will give you an error because it thinks it hasn't found the cloud server to do it for you, but it does.
Well, I guess one could just read the HTML DOM instead of the Google API. Do they have any prevention for doing that?
That's a good question. That's a question for Pyro, who is not in chat right now, but he is the one who maintains the code for me. But last I remember us trying it, it didn't go smoothly. Yes, let's put FlexiSpot's logo on it. A sponsor that might not be coming back to the channel because nobody bought a desk. Any of you guys need a standing desk? Please? Strong. You know what? That's not the worst I've seen. Yeah, when you move.
Yes, when you move to my own home.
I'm going to assume you mean when you move to your own home. Let's do, oh god. Well, we want it to be at least like 10, right? Nope, 10's too big. Crud. And I can just squeeze it in there. Expand the board just to facilitate Mellow Labis. Let's make it 5 centimeters, sorry, millimeters. Yeah, that kind of works. I could probably go for 6. Perfect size, put it in the back. True.
If they do welding tables for sure.
I mean, you can convert it to a welding table.
Perfect size, put it on the back.
Yeah, but with the ESP blocking it, it won't be visible. So I'd rather just have it squeezed in here. Place. Image. Should we try our luck with 7? 7 going to be too big? Try 6.5. Ah, fucking perfect. Nailed it. Go away. See, I can put it on the bottom, but then Easy EDA doesn't give me a way to flip it so that it's the right way around when it's in front. Bit of a bummer. Top silk screen. Oh god, chat is not readable for me.
Yeah, but getting a cast iron plate in that size in Europe is kinda hard. Winky face. You can flip it. There is a tool for that.
There is? In Easy EDA Pro, yes. in standard? I don't think so.
Next to the alignment tools in the top toolbar.
Oh. Oh. Ignore whatever sound that was. Perfect. Would you look at that? Let's view in 3D. Okay, who else helped on this? Chloe, would you like your thing on this? Route. God, I've not had to read that name before.
Roterfrüchtswerk.
Roterfrüchtswerk, would you like your... Well, you've already got your thing on here, never mind. Vazu, do you have your silk screen? Do you want me to put it on here as well? Vazu's going to go behind the ESP. And see how many names we can stuff on this.
Wait, but now it's backwards, no? Am I crazy?
You are, but you are forgetting that this will be a transparent PCB. It will be the right way round for the front. It will be hard to see, but it will be the right way round through the front.
At Clomads. That is incredibly valid.
At Clomat. What? Just the word at Clomat. Sure, I'll use a label maker to stick that on. Which brackets would you like? Oh God, I can't type the symbol, fair enough.
I can't type the symbol in chat at Clomads.
Fair enough.
Have you checked if there aren't too many traces there then? They should add an option to show it transparent.
I mean, I'm looking at the traces, so should be fine. Let's place that. Here. That good? Yeah, that'd be fine. Okay, Vazu, check clips. Oh no, Vazu, what has been clipped? Oh. Vazu always on the clips. Thanks, Vazu. Get Lifty, getting your name on here too. Pyro's not even here, so he can't get his name on here anymore. Get Lifty gets to be upside down. Yeah, Get Lifty gets to be there. And Get Lifty gets... Go away, go away. Get Lifty gets flipped. Wrong way. Get Lifty gets flipped and placed on bottom silk screen. And I forgot to change it to bottom silk screen. And this one will be on top silk screen. Top silk screen. Cool. Why is my color different from Get Lifty's color on silk screen? Bottom silk screen. Get Lifty. Oh, bottom silk screen. Gotcha. Cool. Perfect, perfect.
I will guard the pins.
He will guard the pins.
You chose bottom copper.
I did?
No, leave mine as copper, please.
Oh, I see what you mean. I can do that. Top. Yeah, so top, so that will be copper now, I assume. If I save that and we'll do 3D view. Yes? Question mark? Everything's visible, so why is that not? Solder mask is shitty.
Solder mask makes it shiny.
Oh. Kinda. Remove masks. Remove mask. Ah, there it is. Oh, no, keep that. Yeah. Cool. Beautiful. That's gonna be one gorgeous PCB. Until I burn it because putting resistors on is hard.
And substrate.
I already made that invisible. Yeah. Substrate's a weird one because it apparently is invisible unless it is bottom substrate. No, it's just substrate 1 and that's it. Bottom mask. What's bottom mask? Bottom silk screen, bottom solder. Oh, we're learning. Chat, we're learned. Beautiful. This is gonna be a masterpiece. Okay, save. Save. And now we should be able to just click order from JLC PCB. Oh, Vazu, where's your tag? Should I just do @Vazu? Where's my name? Yeah.
Where's my name?
Could you put it?
I pray that it doesn't come out cloudy.
Yeah, that would be pretty shitty. Do you want just @Vazu or? I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break and refill my water bottle. So you, Vazu, decide what you want, and I will be back momentarily. There we go. I love knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. Hello.
YTFP crease, will the label maker text be on there, or is it something that is auto-removed?
This one? No, this one's the one that I put on. So that will be on there because I put it on there. It's not something that is applied by itself.
At Chris, I guess that's my new name now. Laughing face.
Go with Vaza. Cool. Label maker. Beautiful. And as promised, you get, no, I can't put you under there. It's fine, I'll put you, yeah. And you know what? You can also be shiny. Okay. Fabricate. One click order. Pick and place. No. One click order. Order parts. One click order. Yes. Did we fail? We did not. How do I view Gerber? Download Gerber. JLC PCB. Here you be. Right, upload Gerber. Where is Gerber? Gerber? Gerber. Gerber! Okay, flexible, transparent. 2-layer, different design.
Different design.
What do you mean different design?
Delivery format.
Ooh, single PCB. Wait, are we getting just one? Oh no.
You only have one. Don't worry. You can export to JLC directly from EasyEDA. 5 boards.
Oh yeah, but where does it say? Hold on, I'm gonna need YouTube chat TTS. YouTube live TTS. That'll work. Oh no, Twitch is gonna have to deal with the fact that they can't be heard over here. Oh no. Oh no. Should work, right? Test. Also, everybody like the stream. I love asking for likes, so like the stream. This says we're offline. Why does this say we're offline? Mellow, oh, because it thinks, oh, that's why. YouTube, there we go. I agree. That one? Sure. That should work, right? Maybe.
Get Lifty. Said. Yes, give the random website your account details.
I've used this
Alt
website
Sug
plenty before.
Said. Re.
I've used this website plenty before. I just don't like how slow it talks. Can you speed up your talk? Voice. Oh god, we can't speed up the rate it talks. No! It'll just have to be very slow when talking. Layers. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Solder mask. Ooh. Oh, we can't change the color of the salt. That's BS. They should totally change that. Gold thinness.
Gold thickness.
thickness. Wrong way around. Sorry, I for some reason I went into Apple mode, and I was like, no, it's thinness. Software, Easy EDA Pro. Wait, you get a discount? What?
With Easy EDA, you can easily add stiffeners in the stiffener layer. No need to select the stiffener option as the system automatically detects it. View Easy EDA tutorial. Easy EDA discount, save $7 per design. Vault Sug said. Default is fine. Chloe Madison said. 1U is fine.
Do we need to add a stiffener?
Get Lifty said. Easy EDA gives you like 1 free PCB a month, I'm pretty sure. Vault Sug said. I don't know if you need stiffener. Vault Sug said. Ask JLC. Chloe Madison said. It's gonna be floppy, but you can probably just make a 3D print. Chloe Madison.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because that seems to be what happened. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, because this person seems to have done the same thing. So I'll probably just go with that. Cool. Yeah, one transparent frame. Sorry, one transparent PCB, flexible PCB. Yep. Anyone else? Anything I have to change?
Chloe Madison said. Select without. Vault Sug said. So select without.
Select without? Oh no. Oh, I see. Remove mark.
Vault Sug said. Stiffener.
How's the top fan ranking going? So far, Mr. Label Maker himself is on top with 225 points. Very closely followed by Vazu with the same amount of points. Oh no, wait, it's a tie for third. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but you're all being judged by how big fans you are of me.
Vault Sug said. Haha.
You're all tied for third. Sorry, for first. So we'll come back to that at the end of the stream. This is a brand new thing to me. I had no idea this was a YouTube thing.
Maker Brains.
Hello, Maker Brains.
Hey, waving hand. Roterfruchtswerg said. Interesting, laughing face.
You know, right? Yeah, so that's all the things selected. We don't need all of these things or anything like that. Yeah, if you guys were signing up with the code in my description and it's your first time, you can
I don't see a reason to compete.
Can enter
Chloe Madison said. I'm okay with third. What is that, just the amount of comments?
Honestly, I think so. I have no idea. It's new to me. I've not seen that before. I think YouTube is trying to be twitchy. Okay, add to cart.
Roterfruchtswerg said. I guess just comments. It's new to me too. Get Lifty said. Sometimes it is better to be thought of as a fool than to comment and confirm that you are. Vault Sug said. It's not the amount of comments, I think.
It's the quality of the comments.
Chloe Madison said. I'll just make more your mom jokes.
Quality comments. What if I
Vault
want to
Soup
order the parts?
LOL.
Boom, pick and place. Order parts.
Get Lifty
Yes.
said, must we be more loquacious? Extend our vernacular to the utmost level?
Shut up. Okay, Lifty, you're not even in the running. I don't know why you're trying. You're in 4th. I think that might have worked. You skyrocketed to 4th. Right, I don't need this one. How do I remove that?
Vault Soup said, read the instructions. Vault Soup said, at the top, a preview of the uploaded data is shown below and columns have been mapped based on file contents. Please select the row where part information begins. At least 2 column types are required. Quantity and others, LCSC part number /MFR hashtag /description. The more column types you choose, the more accurate the data will be. Get Lifty said, indeed. It appears speaking the Queen's English in a proper manner is the way to extend one's position.
Ah, it does seem so. Get Lifty's gonna just skyrocket. He's 25 points away from being tied. Create boom. Friendly reminder.
At least 2 column types needed. 1 quantity is the necessary type. 2 LCSC part number /MFR hashtag /description.
Okay, well, I don't need this one. How do I... at least 2 columns needed. Quantity, other.
Said, choose the quantity. Vault Soup said, you don't need to remove it.
Right, quantity.
Get Lifty said, will you be requesting that our friend JLC assembles the board? Or will you merely ask for production, and cover the soldering oneself?
I will cover the soldering myself. I wish for them to send me the resistors and capacitor because I do not have those. Right, quantity and other? JLC part number. Is this the JLC part? I am confused.
Get Lifty said, indubitably. Vault Soup said, and then go to where the 10U etc. is.
Oh, so this. So this is what, other?
Get Lifty said,
So it might be
my
easier
score
if you
appears
jump
to
on
have
the,
ceased its sudden uprising. This
be
most
easier.
displeases me. Vault Soup
column 2.
said, column 2. Vault Soup said, description.
Create boom. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Right, bin that, because we don't need that. Bin the screws, because we don't need the screws.
Vault Soup said, I think.
Not much found.
Get Lifty said, a concerning amount of error icons. Vault Soup said, might have been wrong though XD.
Customer package.
Vault Soup said, I don't see you in VC.
Oh, I'm in the mod only one. Sorry. Sorry, you gotta be a mod. Voice channel. Hello.
I'm not a mod, unfortunately.
Oh, I put Vazu in the search bar of LC. See. Right, so I need 10U here. Right?
I mean,
And I need them to be in a package. Hold on, package, capacitor. Where's package again? Capacitor.
Roterfruchtswerk said. You selected 0603 resistors, not 0805.
No, I'm pretty sure they're the big ones. No, they're the bigger ones. We should be fine. Yeah, 0805. Is it 0805? That is the correct size.
huh?
Huh? Right. I guess I need the part number so JLC can find it. Right?
I can find them if like really
Roterfruchtswerk
I've used.
said. In the LCSC listing it shows you will buy 0603.
And you.
Oh, it does. Why has it done that? Because I don't have package selected. Cut tape.
Okay.
So I assume if I just go here, do that, put in that, but change that to 8.
You chose the wrong
The wrong. What did I choose the wrong?
0603 you chose.
Yeah, but I'm changing that. Damn it, 10K. Why is it gotta be so hard?
I sent you
So you did.
2 links. 2 links.
How are you so good at finding this?
I know how to search.
Samsung? I can't support Samsung. Okay, so copy that into that. Copy that into that. And copy that into that. Correct? Hey! Minimum quantity 20. That's fine, they're paying for it.
Get Lifty said. Samsung.
Magic John.
Nah, we need Magic John.
And these are what?
And the top one is for the
Is that a capacitor? No, this resistors.
Roterfruchtswerk
The first
said.
one is a capacitor.
That was the
second
10
one is
UF cap though, not the 10K resistor.
Oh, damn it. Okay, can I redo? Can I go back? Can I undo? Delete? Can I undo?
YTFP
You
Chris
should be able to
said.
make changes.
What did Sam sing exactly? Get Lifty
Okay.
said.
Okay.
Make sure you order them fast. Only 2 million in stock. Roterfruchtswerk said. You'll get at least 100 of each anyways. Happy face.
Oh, goody. I'm gonna need more drawers to organize things. Support me on Patreon. I need more drawers. Right, total 7. Fantastic. Right, let's get rid of these nuts and these screws. Okay, so now this is the capacitor. I will go, these are the capacitor. I will copy that and put it here. And I will double check. This is the capacitor. I will copy that and put it here. And then I will copy that, but make sure that I'm still on the capacitor and put it here.
Imagine if you copied thing wrong again.
And that should be it. Okay. These are the... Oh, we don't need these. These are the headers, right?
Yeah, you don't need the headers. Yeah.
I got plenty of headers.
What?
Don't worry about it. Okay. Can you find me a 68 ohm resistor?
068.
Perfect. 10K.
There we
Okay.
go.
Anybody needs anything found on JLC's electronic part thing? Just DM Vazu. It's quicker than searching yourself.
Roterfruchtswerg said, adding the LCSC part number should be enough. Chloe Madison
Probably.
said, what else do you need, RN?
I think that's it. Why are these... Why are you yellow? Is it because I don't have enough of them?
Roterfruchtswerg said, you're off by one line.
You copied the wrong line. Oh,
Roterfruchtswerg said, you copied the wrong lines.
Nuh-uh. Shut up. I'm learned.
There we go.
So they're gonna send me 20 of this one, 100 of this one, and 100 of this one.
Yep.
Oh goody. I'm gonna have 110Ks.
Chloe Madison said, no, pick the LCSC hashtag, not the MFG number.
Okay. Okay. Submit, boom. Why is the boom taking so long to submit? Does boom usually take this long to submit?
It's processing your mind. Also,
No. It's quite a lot of mind for it to check. Add to cart. What do you mean I need to make a new cart?
Yeah,
Hello.
I don't know why, but you need to name the card. Yeah.
Okay, so those have now been added to cart. 18 bucks. Ah. Ah. Why is shipping 15? I can get this cheap.
For compo.
There's no way I can't get these cheaper on eBay.
I mean, the components are 60 cents, but the shipping is...
My God. You better buy more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm already getting minimum amounts, so like...
Roterfruchtswerg said,
Just double it.
you better buy more, laughing face.
Sure, I'll get 100.
Roterfruchtswerg said, probably cheaper on Ali.
Probably. I mean, I'm gonna have to message JLC anyway, because the way they do
Chloe
things is a
Madison
little weird. I have to message
said,
them with the things I need.
You can maybe select a cheaper shipping option further down checkout.
Oh, that's true. I am so glad that I've never bought anything from LCSC right now, because that would have
J-Bomb
doxed me so
said,
hard.
You might be able to get it cheaper if you change the type of shipping.
Europe. To be
Chloe
fair,
Madison said,
it's cheaper when...
LOLOMG.
Right?
There's no shipping fee.
Yeah. Not yet. It's because I don't have an address in it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to do that later on. But yeah. Has everybody learned something from this adventure?
May I recommend that plugin for Chrome? It's you can use it for literally removing anything, but the name is just trans.
Oh, that's cool.
But still, you can remove your ads.
Get
Shame I don't use Chrome.
Said, and I guess.
But there's also one for Fire. That's
Oh.
what you use.
This is exactly what I wanted before.
Said, yeah, that was fun. Slightly smiling face THX for trying the extension. Chloe
No,
Madison
it's actually very useful.
said, oh, that's fun.
Indeed. Yeah, I needed something like this a while ago. I might actually send this over to Jamie. I feel like they might appreciate that. Yep, go away. Yep. I don't need that. I don't need that.
And change the change like moves and what it changes,
Chloe Madison
etc.
said,
Oh, gotcha.
why am I number one now? Valtsuk said, MMMM.
Interesting.
YTFP Chris
I am no longer
said,
spamming because I'm
top spammer.
I mean, you wanted the top spot with your jokes, so I guess you won. Mazu, I'm gonna leave this chat for a bit. Oh, bugger off.
Get
Sorry.
Lifty
Discord being
said,
Discordy.
It appears YouTube's ranking system is entirely based on RNG. Valtsuk said, ahaha.
Indeed. So yeah, I will order these, and hopefully in 2 weeks we will be assembling this. So,
Valtsuk said, at Get Lifty Prob. Valtsuk said, oh. Valtsuk said, first XD.
Indeed. So yeah, thank you all very much for, well, teaching me mostly how to do PCB design, and maybe somebody watching this will have also learned something.
Valtsuk said, smiley face. Valtsuk said, just at the end of the stream.
Don't forget to smash the like button, and yeah, video next week, hopefully if I finish it, and live stream in 2 weeks, and I'll see you there. Goodbye.